Wanna do us, screw us, who us, yeah.
DJ William Best and his longtime friend Ashley Martin organized the Rise and Roll event to make a way for the community to come together during challenging times.
We both grew up here in Portland, skating at Oaks Park roller rink, and we got our own skates and started riding out here together and just thought
DJ motherfucking Count Daddy. How you doing, bud? Thanks for coming back through.
Great to be back.
Yeah, it's good to have you back and on camera this time. So
Yeah.
I can't let that beautiful mug, whatever we're seeing, go unnoticed. So I mean, we got to get you back over here, man. So I mean, how's strip club DJ life? I mean, how's everything going, man?
Well, the DJ life is for the most part pretty suspended right now. We're waiting for everything to open back up. The only gig I got still going right now is at Dante's Inferno, a couple Sundays a month.
Okay.
And that's all live stream at the moment.
So it's still all via live stream?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, so what are the plans on reopening now that things are kind of like in that kind of transition period?
Honestly, I haven't heard the latest. Couldn't even tell you.
Oh, okay. They haven't updated you or anything
not
like
really,
that?
no.
Okay. So like when you're doing that, like, is it kind of more like freelance style, or like, do you like work specifically for that club? Like, do they sign your checks, or is it kind of like a 1099 position?
Well, with Dante's, it's actually, since we make so little.
Oh yeah.
it's like cash off of what
For sure.
what
Gotcha.
the door fees are, or in this case the
Gotcha.
live stream fees, and it's such a small amount, it amounts to almost nothing. Anyways, it's kind of a hobby gig until it gets better.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. I'm going to light up this blunt real fast. I picked up this blunt, this weed over from Khalifa in Oregon City. Shout out to Khalifa. This is actually some apricot mac. Super, super tasty. Rolled up in a grape swisher. Classic West Coast vibes over here. Get that light up. You going to light up your blunt too?
Yeah, I'll do that.
Cool. Let's light these bitches up.
Hell yeah.
Like I said, blunts have been like basically my preferred way of smoking lately. It's because I feel like it's honestly kind of lately one of the only things that really does something, because I can smoke like massive amounts of bowls in the bong, but then if I do it I can just roll up a blunt and then just kind of chief on it for a little bit and then hit it and kind of let it go. So as you're getting that, I'll wait till you get that lit up before we keep going. Oh, this is fucking tasty. How was that blunt, Shelby? Was it good? Did it smoke okay and everything? Perfect. Awesome. Awesome. I'm a little self-conscious about my blunts and my joints. If they're a little off, I feel like super I'm like, no, I didn't do that. That's not mine anymore. All right, man. So as we saw in the beginning, you're doing, some roller disco work and everything like that. We talked a little bit about it before we kind of got distracted with a little bit more political conversation and other kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of a little bit, I wanted you to kind of educate people. What is it that you're doing with this Rise and Roll roller disco, and what is it that you want to accomplish?
So Rise and Roll Roller Disco is it's mainly a community organization. We're just getting people for the joy of skating, and the fundraising that we do is for mainly local community organizations of a pretty wide gamut. I mean, we go for anything from bail funds to supporting people when they're losing work or needing help with covering rent or medical expenses, and things of that sort. Supporting people is what we really want it to be about. So
like true, like street level grassroots community type stuff.
Right.
Okay, cool, man. All right, and so I mean, where is it that you want to transition? I see you skating around in the parks and stuff like that, which is pretty fucking cool, and we'll go ahead and show that in a little bit because we didn't really show you in the news. You're not really skating,
Right,
you're not really doing anything because you're running that.
Busy
bitch.
running it,
yeah, exactly. So because you and Ash, shout out to Ash by the way,
Ash.
love seeing you there. That was pretty fucking cool. And I mean, you guys are running it. So I mean, where is it that you want to where do you want to take it to? What's your ultimate vision for Rise and Roll?
Ultimate vision for Rise and Roll. I mean, it's probably not something that we can do quite yet this year, but ultimately I do want to turn it into a nonprofit kind of community organization, just with the orientation of organizing people so that folks have people to community to join with and skate with, and whether we're still in a pandemic or not, there's safe ways to do it. And
which was totally obvious. I mean, you guys were doing everything, temperature checks and masks and
and
everything like
registration
that,
and
and all
everything.
open air too, which was freaking perfect.
Yeah.
Nice. So So ultimately, you want to make it like a nonprofit. Are you looking to have like an actual like roller rink that you guys use? Or
I mean, that would be cool, but I think that's part of what we have going for us with Rise and Roll is that we're finding spaces that are already out open in the public and free to be used, and creating that accessibility for people. Just bringing awareness to where there are spots that are in your neighborhood or in their neighborhood, and that people can go. And even if it's rainy, which, you know, it's actually surprisingly few places that we found here in Portland so far that are like really great for something like skating, like a covered consistently dry area.
Yeah, exactly. That's the
all
hardest
the weather
thing.
here.
Yeah.
There's a few like covered basketball courts, but then they have like a special coating where it's like, oh, you can't really skate on this anymore. So
What kind of special, like what kind of floor do you need to skate? Like obviously
basically
wood,
just like
or...
this. Well, yeah, wood like at a rink is great, but I mean for outdoor, you mostly are going to expect like some tennis courts are still dense enough on the coating that it doesn't like turn to molasses on your wheels.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Or just like a generally really like smooth blacktop.
Oh, okay, because I don't know
Kind of
dick
glossy.
about roller skating or rollerblading or anything. Because I've done a little bit of like, you know, rollerblading back in the day, and like I've done a little bit of ice skating when I lived in Minnesota, like and played hockey and shit.
Right.
But I really want to get my daughter into skating right now. So actually, I always want to get her out there and everything because she's got some really super dope roller skates, and I don't know anything about it. So like you need like a special coating, otherwise it forms like a molasses on the wheels. Like, what do you mean?
Well, what I mean by that is like the on like tennis courts and like modern basketball courts outdoor, there's a special top, like a green top or the red top on the basketball courts that it's a little bit padded.
Oh, okay.
And so it's like squishy under your wheels and you get too much grip. It's
Gotcha.
like you're skating through water or something like that.
Oh, I can see that.
You get a lot of
Okay.
resistance.
I was gonna say a lot more resistance, so it doesn't have that smooth kind of just like going. Yeah, that's why wood would obviously be ideal,
Right.
because it's like perfect for that.
Right.
Hell yeah, man. So I mean, like, what's your plan to kind of have this snowball effect? Like, what kind of? I know we were gonna talk about this, but I kind of figure out this would be a great place to actually talk
why
about
not,
it.
right?
So why not? Because we can get a digital footprint, because this is our fucking ideas. Don't you fucking take it. We could get a nice digital footprint on this. So what? Like, how are we gonna snowball this, man? What should we do?
Well, I think the big dream in the long run, I think would be really cool is if, you know, we get enough community around this and we build up enough that like awareness that how many folks are passionate about skating and about just like working for the community and having fun doing it together.
Yeah.
I think as we continue to grow in that way, we'll eventually maybe be in a space where we can advocate for more public spaces to be available to people for this kind of
Definitely,
thing.
for sure, man.
That's something I'm kind of interested in.
Fuck
so.
yeah. Hell yeah, man. That'd be awesome. Like, and well, especially with how much like real estate is available right now because everybody moving because of the coronavirus.
Yeah,
like,
and with Portland being dead now, you know, hey, may make it cheap enough to actually get something.
Exactly, right. Well, when the city's on fire, you know, real estate tends to go down a little bit. So
cheaper.
Sometimes it can, you know, work in your favor a little bit. Hell yeah, man. That's fucking awesome. So, I mean, okay, so we got to think of a way we should do this. You know, it'd be a really cool idea to put on like some sort of concert. Because you want to tie it up with music and hip hop and everything like that, put on like a benefit concert. Because another really good place to do it would be the Khalifa Social Club, actually. And I can fucking talk to them while I'm there because it sounds like something they would probably be down with because they actually do hip hop shows. Like they just had one with like fucking like Fetty and Cool Nuts and a bunch of other people were performing and shit. And they do open mics there sometimes. And it's all, you know, just like in the just like in like a restaurant to where it's like you have to wear a mask up until you're at your table. Right. And it's all like couches and they socially distance and everything's all like taking the right precautions. So that might be a sweet ass idea if you'd be down to do that.
Yeah.
Maybe put on some sort of fucking like benefit concert to kick things going and everything like that. And then maybe so you can like rent out like regular rinks throughout the year. Right. And then so it's like, boom, this is our spot. And then just put on the benefit and everything like that.
Yeah. Yeah, there's another group here in Portland that does kind of a similar thing to that, at least just with Oaks Park in particular. They're called 2 Raw PDX, and they're like a really talented group of skaters.
Nice.
And they also just like they kind of help run the adult nights and also some fundraiser nights at Oaks Park.
Sweet.
That are just just like a showcase of fantastic skaters, and also
Have you met them, like, and partnered up with them at all?
We are just kind of just starting to get connected with them through having set up Rise and Roll. They came out to pretty much all the events and
Nice.
brought a lot of their community with them.
Oh, cool. That's
really,
awesome.
Really great bunch of people.
That's fucking awesome. Is that what was what we saw in the news clip?
Yeah, they were interviewed as well.
Oh,
in the
sweet.
news clip, yeah.
Hell yeah. Fucking that's awesome, man. Like I think that's really cool because there's something really wholesome about what you're doing with this roller rink thing. And I think it's really cool because it's kind of exactly what we need right now. Like everybody kind of needs this really fun breath of fresh air for this super dark year that we all just fucking had. Yeah. So we need to figure out a way to boost this shit up. And we got to tie it with hip hop and cannabis.
Yeah.
And then you got those and we can fucking have this bitch on lock because those are two things that'll take over the world.
Right.
Like, well, hip hop already kind of took over the world and cannabis is just on the up and up and
Right.
up and up and up.
Right.
So hell yeah, man. That's fucking awesome. And so I didn't get a chance to ask you this last time you were on the show, but it's something that we do now. Tell me about the first time you ever got high, bro.
Oh, I did tell you this last time.
Did we talk about this last time?
Yeah.
Tell it again because a lot of people didn't listen. So because we're on
let's
YouTube
see.
now.
It was funny. I didn't even remember it until you asked me last time. Actually.
Oh, okay. That's right.
And,
That's right.
Yeah, I think I was about 10 years old. I'm ashing all over the table here. I was 10 years old, and I was having a sleepover at a friend's house, and he had one of those like unfinished attic bedrooms, and he had created a Coca-Cola can into a pipe, So yeah, we just we smoked out of the Coca-Cola can, and then I went and did hood rat shit with my friends out in the park that night.
That's right. I just wanted to go do hood rat shit with my friends. Oh, that's fucking awesome. And this was when you were over in Southeast?
That's right.
Yeah. And what area was this again?
That was like probably out Foster Way, like maybe 122nd or something like that.
Hell yeah, man. That's fucking awesome. Yeah, because we're on YouTube now, so a lot of people haven't listened to that. So, I mean, your episode was one of the most downloaded episodes of the podcast. A lot of people like you.
Yeah.
So, I mean, a lot of people like listening to DJ Count Daddy. And I don't remember if I got a chance to ask this last time. How did you get the name DJ Count Daddy?
Well, it's kind of was just kind of put together, kind of coming up with my inspirations and influences, and the Count is from the Count from Sesame Street. Actually, a lot of people have joked that I sound like a vampire the way I laugh. So
I didn't even notice that actually until now.
Yeah.
That's fucking great. That's actually really cool, man. That's a sweet ass backstory. And so, I mean, you're obviously really fucking talented at skating. So let's go ahead and cut to a clip of Will skating. Oh wait, hold on. Never mind. That's actually Patrick Swayze in a movie called Skatetown USA from 1979. This is Will skating. You're fucking obviously like super good, man, and way better than I am.
Skating?
Yeah, dude.
Oh, well, thank you. I don't know about that. But
how long you been skating for, man?
Actually, I mean, like I grew up going to Oaks Park here in Portland since I was a kid, but that was maybe half a dozen to a dozen times a year as a kid, and then I didn't skate again for like 10 or 15 years. So I just actually really started seriously skating like 8 or 9 months ago. And that was like a few days a week for most of last year through the summer, especially organizing Rise and Roll. I would just skate around to help promote the event when I was putting flyers up and stuff like that. But since this year started, Ash actually started like a 365 days of skating challenge.
Nice.
And so I've just been doing it with them.
That's cool,
pretty much
man.
every day, like almost every day. And if not with them, then somewhere else on my own.
That's fucking cool.
So yeah, just practicing every day, and yeah, it's
Just that's
it's
fucking
getting fun. It's
dude,
getting good.
You're like really good at
Thank
it, man.
you.
Like
Thank you.
I don't. You shouldn't be self-conscious because there's so many people that see that and they're like, "Holy fucking shit, man!" Like, yeah, you're really, really good. I wish I was that good. I mean, have you guys ever thought about introducing possibly hockey into the skating? Doing like some sort of like rec hockey game.
You know,
or
it's
something
funny
like
because
that?
the spot that we mainly practice at, Wrigley School, actually already has nets there. It's like a perfect roller hockey court.
Yeah.
I haven't really considered it myself. I mean, I'd probably be down to play if some folks were gonna set up a game. You know,
that would
but-
be fun, man.
Yeah.
Like, and that would actually be really cool for the community too, because, and it's like, and nowadays, like, you know, it's the NHL is actually doing a lot of partnerships to make hockey a little bit more inclusive because
Yeah.
let's be honest, it's a pretty white sport.
Oh, yeah.
Like, and but they're trying to make it more inclusive and get more people to do things. This is actually a big reason why the Mighty Ducks, I think, is making the new series. Is because they're trying to get people back into hockey, and that would actually be a really cool way to be kind of on the forefront of that because you
Yeah.
already got that. And then just organize some sort of hockey game, and then you could probably I could even help you with contact like CCM or Reebok for sticks
Yeah.
and see if we can donate a bunch of hockey sticks.
Right.
And then like I got my own I can already bring anyway. So, and Juniper loves hockey, so I want to get her in places where we can actually play some games. So let's get some fucking hockey games going. that
yeah,
would
that
be
sounds like
sick.
fun. Yeah.
And we could probably get the Winterhawks down on it too,
Oh, that would be
because they
great.
do a lot of stuff for the community. I mean, a lot of fucking things.
Yeah.
They actually changed their jerseys. Did you know that?
Oh no, I didn't know.
They
that.
don't have the Indian head anymore.
Oh, good.
They
Glad to hear that.
I'm wondering if the Blackhawks are going to have to.
Yeah, I mean, why
But they
wouldn't
also do a lot of stuff for the tribe though. Like they do a lot of stuff for the native community. So I wonder if they're I don't know. Like,
I mean, if they've got native folks in their leadership who are approving the use of that.
well, I think they have to, because I think that was a part of the thing, like when they started the team. I think I'm not sure because my homeboy's from Chicago, and he told me like because we were talking about it, and I was asking him, I was like, are the Blackhawks gonna have to change? He's like, probably not because of everything they fucking do already. And I'm like, oh, okay, that just goes and prove that it's just don't be a dick. Right. It's not that fucking hard.
Yeah.
But I got one of the old Winterhawks jerseys, and I want to get one of the new ones because they just redid like the they have these ones that just have like hawk eyes on them, but then they also have like they redid like the P with the cross tomahawks on there.
Yeah.
It actually looks pretty fucking sick.
Nice,
And Seattle's about to get an NHL team. I don't know if you heard
yeah.
about that.
No, I haven't.
Guess they're called the Seattle Kraken.
The Kraken.
Yeah, the fucking isn't that dope? Like, and their logo looks sick, man. It's
Yeah.
like, and they're like Mariners colors.
Yeah.
So it's like that blue, like blue and green kind of
Yeah.
maritime style, and it's really fucking nice, man. And I think I don't know, it's gonna be cool to see hockey kind of pop back up on the West Coast. So getting those games will be fucking sick,
Oh, yeah.
man. So what do you think of this whole? I wanted to talk a little bit about this GameStop situation. We kind of talked a little bit about it briefly in the car. So I mean, like, what do you think about this whole scenario, man?
Well, I think one of the big questions that I'm taking from it is with the amount of attention that's going to it, it makes me wonder, and how quickly our Congress people are looking at whether they need to legislate something about how laws are built around this kind of
Right.
trading
Yeah.
to control little people getting involved. Meanwhile, we're still waiting on more support through a pandemic.
Mm-hmm.
So that's one of the big things that I think is interesting to really just see in context about all of it.
Yeah, it is.
And
It's pretty funny that we can catch their double standards with their
Right.
pants down. Like we're
Right.
just like, hey, motherfuckers, like
Yeah.
we're just playing you at your own game.
Right.
Like, I mean, what the fuck is the deal with that? But
right.
like like we were talking about in the car, it like kind of makes me wonder though, like who is really benefiting the most from
Right.
it, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, and it's like, and I just want to clarify for everybody listening, I am not a conspiracy theorist. I am not making any sort of statement or stance or anything like that. Just want to make that 100% clear. But I tend to follow patterns and timelines. I like to look into things, is because nothing is ever as it seems. Ever. It doesn't matter how awesome, it doesn't matter how bad it is. Nothing is ever as it seems. There's always stuff in the back. There's always more information to be known. So I wanted to know this information potentially. So I started looking into like what has GameStop been doing in their stock profiles and everything like that.
Right.
And then come to find out that just 2 weeks before this happened, they had like completely liquidated a bunch of stuff. They changed their board of directors. They partnered up. They got bought out by RC Investments LLC, or not RC Ventures LLC. It's something like that. I mean, actually, I don't want to fucking be wrong about this, but they got the guy that owns. Can you look that up for me, man? Thank you. The guy that owns Chewy.com bought basically like GameStop, his company, Ryan KOIN, and come to find out that like they did this like 2 weeks before this whole fiasco happened. And everyone's all talking about like, oh, these hedge fund billionaires are losing a bunch of money, but they're actually not, because this company actually acts as like an intermediary advisory company for hedge funds. So I'm like, they didn't really lose a bunch of money. I think they're kind of making it seem that way.
The whole point of a hedge fund is that that's the key word, is hedge. You're hedging your bets. You're diversifying where your money is spread so that if you lose in one place,
and this company is actually based out of the UK. A lot of people don't realize hedging became illegal in 2009. Like, hedging has been illegal for a very long time, and so this company is out of the UK, and they actually already act as a hedge fund company, and like they're the ones doing it. Like, I'm like, what? And like, so I found this article about like, it was talking about the purchase and the board of director change and stuff like that, and then they were talking about Ryan KOIN organizing it, and then 16 days later, they made an article about how Ryan KOIN and these other 3 top investors that got changed into the board of directors were the 3 most profitable people from this whole fiasco.
Right.
Like, they made billions and billions of dollars off of it.
Yeah.
And so I'm just kind of like, I don't know. Like, I'm really glad for, like, we talked about everybody that made money off of it, but it kind of just makes me ask questions, you know what I mean? And follow timelines and patterns.
Like I think you said earlier, the way things like this don't just get leaked when this is just a matter of business as usual. I think ultimately this is almost like this almost seems like a, what's the word, like a publicity stunt.
Seems like a smoke
just a usual business war, just a trade war between businesses that happens all the time. And
it's kind of funny that this happens. Everybody right now is all sharing links to buy stocks and use my Robinhood link, use my Robinhood link, and the stock market was crashing.
Right. They want us to take part in the losses.
Exactly. What a genius ploy to try to boost that shit back up and get everybody to rebuy stocks and everything.
At the bottom, infuse some of their cash back into a crashing system that was made to fail.
And especially
by their
when you get someone in a point, because the way people like in these like get rich quick schemes like Dan Locke on YouTube and those fucking guys, the way they lock people in is they get them when they're in a needing point. They get them when they're at a vulnerable point. So what is the most vulnerable point to be completely broke after the coronavirus? To say, hey, we can all make a lot of money if we dump into the stock market real quick. Meanwhile, these hedge fund billionaires are actually the ones making all the fucking money. It's like, who do you think is going to make the most out of this? The majority shareholders.
Always wins.
Exactly. It's a goddamn casino, you know? And with the stock market, you're never playing blackjack. You're always playing roulette. There's never any real strategy to do it, because somebody is always going to be, you know, like someone's always going to be making more and someone's always going to be benefiting the most. And like you were saying with the information leaking about it, these are the same people that control the flow of information. These are the same ones that can say, no, don't put that out there. Shadow ban that. Don't let anybody see these posts and stuff like that.
Own the sources of the media that we're getting about it.
Why would they let this information leak? That doesn't make any fucking sense. So I want to wonder, so I'm like, okay, what's going on with maybe the vaccines and the coronavirus right now? What's maybe going on with the whole fucking the Capitol shit, and what papers and what laws are on Biden's desk right now? Because you can go online and find this out. I haven't looked into it yet. I was going to do some research today, but maybe something to kind of look into, you know, because I'm a person that when I'm watching a magician, if they tell me to look up, I'm going to look left. You know, like I'm not even going to look down. I'm not going to look over here, actually, because odds are that's where the fucking magic is really happening. And so it's just kind of, I don't know, it's important to ask questions and look at things kind of from an objective point of view. But for anybody that made a shitload of money on this fucking thing, kudos to you. I was reading articles about these kids that their fucking grandparents purchased them like a couple hundred shares of fucking GameStop, and now they have like $40,000 to $100,000 at their disposal. So their parents are like, hey Johnny, you know Nana's present that you got.
How would you like a new house? Sell that stock.
You've been saying you want a bigger yard, right? What's that? All right, let me take a look. So it is, though. 100% it is. Yeah. I still have it posted. I fucking told you, man. I fucking told you. Yeah. Nope, it's there. I never took it down. Check Arthur. Are you friends with Arthur? Yeah. He shared it. Check his to see. Sorry, I don't want to be wrong about this company, so I want to look this up real quick.
Content isn't available right now.
That's funny.
This makes it even a little more weird.
Kind of weird, huh? Yeah, RC Ventures LLC, and they're so they do. So actually, I misquoted earlier. They're not based out of England. They're actually based out of Bangladesh. That's where they're actually headquartered at, is Bangladesh. And I looked up their portfolio, and they have like a bunch of like really weird random companies that they actually are invested in.
Right.
And this is Ryan Cohen's company, the one that kind of made the most money out of it. So maybe something to look into.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like I said, not a conspiracy theorist or anything like that.
I mean, without even following the paper trail, I think you can look at in the big sense that, you know, $36 billion has changed hands in the last year. Mainly women and people of color have lost most of that money, and it's all gone into the hands of billionaires.
Speaking of women, I'm actually on March. I found out it's Women's History Month. I didn't know that was actually a thing, and so all of March, I'm actually going to have all female guests on the show.
Yeah.
So look out for that, people. Patience is actually going to be coming back on too, which
Cool.
I gotta let you know about. We got to schedule that in. Patience is going to come back on the show, and we also have some other shit we got to talk about. We got lots of fucking work and lots of big shit coming up, man. I'm excited. I'm excited. And for everybody that's been watching and listening to the show, we can't fucking thank you enough. And make sure that you fucking hit subscribe. Make sure you hit that notification bell so you guys can get any sort of notifications. And, you know, whenever we post any new videos. And here to come soon, there's going to be a lot more cannabis related content actually coming out soon. Like I've been getting a lot of questions about the industry and all sorts of different things from different podcast buddies that I've been making. So I'm going to start making content to inform people different stuff about the industry, you know, like give you some tips, give you my opinion, like maybe the top 5 stoner movies, fun shit like that, show you the different pot shops we like to go to, different farms around here. So definitely keep a lookout for that, people. So speaking of cannabis and investments, I was talking to, you remember Kristen from high school?
Yeah.
I was talking to her about this, and people were talking about, like, you know, losing money and investing and shit like that. And she was making a good point. She's like, why is anybody investing still? Like, and I'm like, good point. In my opinion, the only safe investment right now is cannabis. Like, that is the only safe thing in my opinion. So what I want to start doing is looking into getting land for growers and stuff like that. And you worked on a farm before, right?
Yep.
And what was your main job when you were on the farm?
Well, I kind of worked my way up the ladder. I started as a trimmer when I first came into the industry, and then I was a hash processor, and then I managed a farm from clones all the way to harvest and taking care of the trim crew.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah, man.
A little bit of everything.
Fuck yeah, just all over the fucking place. That's awesome. And what was your favorite position on the farm?
Well, I mean, I had a lot of fun learning how to extract hash, but that was also extraordinarily dangerous.
Yeah, it is.
So
man.
I mean, you know, I'm a kind of a adrenaline junkie, so there was that in it for me. But beside that, I think I actually really enjoyed looking after a crew of workers on a farm. It was just really fun managing the farm, and just looking after, making sure all the systems were in working order and that people were well taken care of and well fed. And
so so for people that don't know, what's the extraction process for hash?
Well, I worked in a open process at first, you know, very rough, you know, using butane, BHO extraction, and then I stepped up to a closed.
And of course, for the people who
extraction.
know, this was on a legal cannabis farm. Just clarifying that for
yeah,
people in the state of Oregon.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I stepped up to a closed loop extraction system, which is where you're running butane or other solvents through a tube full of weed, and then you extract those solvents back out of what is stripped off of the weed.
Oh, okay. Nice, dude. I know kind of like the extraction process. So one of those people that might know was myself, low key, not even gonna lie. So thanks for educating me on that. But like, for the people that don't know, aka myself, that's fucking awesome, dude. Well, I should shit, I was going to say something else. I'm fucking high, dude. This blunt is super nice.
Yeah, I had to stop. It was good.
I like smoked this whole thing. I've just been chiefing on it, and it's been going out and everything like that. Oh, that's fucking great, man. So, I mean, when it comes to like the strip clubs and stuff like that, man, like you said, there's not really a timeline on when you guys are going to open back up.
Not
or
yet.
anything?
I haven't really heard anything. I'm just kind of
That blows,
hanging
man.
out, skating.
Are you? So, I mean, are you going to do any sort of like other DJ work?
I mean, I hope so. I get people kind of reach out to me even through Rise and Roll and just online and are like, hey, I've got a wedding or a birthday party coming up, stuff like that. Sorry.
Nice.
But yeah, other than that, I mean, I know we'll be back soon. It's just a question of when.
See, we need to set up this fucking concert. And you can just DJ and MC the fucking thing.
Yeah, that'd be
we can
fun.
get some local fucking hip hop people there, and then we can make the whole thing a giant fundraiser. Like that would be sick, man.
Yeah.
So Khalifa Social Club, we gonna talk about this real soon. All right, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. Bro, thank you so much for fucking coming through, man. There we go. And thanks, everybody, for tuning into the Hippie Speedball Podcast. My name is Joe, and I will see you guys next time. Peace.